Techno update. Subscribe now.
iPhone 5s review, Apple's former flagship, usurped by the iPhone SE. Build quality. On a first glance, there's very little to tell this smartphone from the iPhone 5. However, the iPhone 5 remains a beautifully made and desirable smartphone, and it's an improvement on its predecessor in practically every way. Apple doesn't skimp on premium materials here, as the metal body and Gorilla Glass covered screen still look and feel fantastic. Screen. Given that the phone size hasn't changed, Apple hasn't changed the screen, so you get the same 4-in-1 1136 by 640 screen that was used in the iPhone 5. Again, you can get higher resolution, bigger screens moving to Android, but we don't see the iPhone 5s's size as a problem. Performance. For the real changes, you have to go under the surface. Inside, the iPhone 5s is a brand new phone with a new system on a chip, SoC, the Apple A7. Now rolled out to the iPad Air and iPad mini with Retina display, it was the first 64-bit mobile CPU. It sounds exciting, but the real benefits are a little harder to understand. First, and not so importantly, 64-bit chips can address more memory than 32-bit chips. This is important in a desktop computer, where a 32-bit chip can only handle around 3.5 GB of RAM, but in a smartphone where 1 GB or 2 GB of RAM is all that's required, this is only something that will become important in the future. More importantly, moving to 64-bit means that the Apple can use a newer ARM architecture. The ARM8 core now has double the number of general-purpose registers, compared to the ARM7 used in the A6, with 31 64-bit wide registers. This means that the CPU has to access the comparatively slow system memory less, improving speed and efficiency, regardless of whether an application is 32-bit or 64-bit. Battery life. The combination of the new processor, M7 motion process, and a slightly larger battery all mean that the iPhone 5s has better battery life than its predecessor. Running at half brightness with Wi-Fi turned off, our iPhone 5s lasted 14 hours 31 minutes in our video playback test. The iPhone 5 lasted 12 hours 4 minutes. Apple is also quoting improved 4G surfing time, at 10 hours. We've certainly noticed that a charge lasts a lot longer on the iPhone 5s, and at the end of the day our phone's not gasping for power in quite the same way.